All right, I got to get it in. I got to start this early. Let's go, baby. Gonna come in a little early here. Bring that music back down. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's get that intro going. Let's get into Bitcoin. Let's do it. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Welcome to the Saturday morning live stream. Thank you so much for being here. This one's a quicker little one, faster little one. I don't do as much super chats. I do them if we see them, but it's basically Bitcoin in and out. This is basically the same update that everyone gets in my trading group every single morning, but I do it for the public. They get this Monday through Friday every single day, constantly updating them of what's happening in the market. Last night I was up till 3 in the morning trading. If you're in my trading group, you likely made some gains. Let's talk about it. My baby MAVIA, which I put out last night right here, and I got in at 776 for a nice $3,600, and I am up a smooth move right now to the upside. That is a massive green candle for MAVIA pumping to the upside. So right now I am in massive gains. If you're in the trading group and you took the call, I put the call out very early in the morning. I was up at what? There it is at 9:46 showing you the gain, but I was up at what time in the morning? This happened throughout the night, so basically must have been Asia buying. But right here, I'm putting it out at 3 in the morning. I'm getting into MAVIA, and then that can't. Look at this. I mean, this is just the before and the after are insane. There's your before, and then there's your after for MAVIA. Beautiful candle to the upside. 880 as we're at a high of the day right now, banging on them. So if you're in my trading group, you would be crying over Bitcoin right now. You'd be in so many fat gains over MAVIA. And then I also put out TRIAS last night. As I was getting into it, talked about why I like TRIAS. And why I like TRIAS could do some damage. Sad thing about TRIAS is we went to a beautiful high of 1590 and took that Bitcoin dump all the way back to 1456. However, we did stay out of the bigger structure and we held above support. So let's see what TRIAS can do and what everybody's asking about, the elephant in the room, BTC. If you go over what I go over, if you listen to what I talk about. Now, yes, I was long. I'm not going to deny that I was not. I was sitting here like, but I was only long up until the point. You know what I mean? Once you lose the 200 SMA for this long on the 15-minute, it tells me we're going to drop to the downside. I bailed on my long, and I started getting into altcoins last night. Really wasn't focused on Bitcoin last night at all, to be out. I hate to be rude, but I was focused on altcoins. If you notice, where was my focus last night? It was on altcoins. So that's where I put my focus. That's where I made gains. Are we headed lower? You know, when you lose a 200 SMA on the 15, very simple. You come to the 200 SMA on the 30. When you lose the 200 SMA on the 30, you come to the 200 SMA on the 1 hour time frame. I've learned this, the succession of the 200s. It's just a very simple way to trade. You trade from 200 to 200, from time frame to time frame. And I figured this out about a year ago. Like, I didn't always know this. I knew how to use the 200 SMA and I knew the time frames, but I didn't understand how it moved in succession through the time frames. So look, this is a bit of an M pattern too. And if you remember, if you listen to me, I kept saying the daily is too far away from the 21-day moving average. I said it over and over again. I said the 12 hours too. I said all these time frames are too far away for the 21. I said it's very rare the daily stays this far away from the 21 for this long. I said it always comes back to the 21, to the 21, to the 21. I've been saying this for days on 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 days. You're overbought on the stochastics RSI. I'm a stochastics RSI guy, right? So here's the deal. I mean, there's a major support zone, 46,950, and right here on the daily at 844. And then we went to the weekly too, remember? On my macro analysis, and we're talking the weekly still poking above, key area, but it lost this, it had that, there was a chance that we were going to hold 51.8 and 52,000, because the only reason I thought that is because we had peaked above these two candle bodies. And these two candle bodies, not as many. I mean, that's all we had, but that was support for a second. 51,290 here on the weekly. We had support there at 51, and we were pushing, right? We were pushing up onto some new highs. So, chance Bitcoin did hold the level, did not. All right. There was a resistance there. You can see right here where these two candles closed, 50,800, right? 50,008 is a key area of support or resistance. This whole little chunky area where these candles close and where these candles close, you can see it was a resistance point on the weekly. We got to a place. The weekly still looks good to me. So we just need to reset this daily in a proper way, and we'll be on our way. But the daily's coming to the 21-day moving average, in my humble opinion. This gap will be closed. That's what happens every single time you get away from the 21. All right. Every once in a while, the 1 hour will give you one last ride. And that's what I was trying. I was just going for one last boom. Could we get one last little pump here to the upside and break above this resistance? It was doing pretty well. It showed that it broke above this, and then we bounced. We had kept a keen line of support here at 51,278, and we were keeping this trend line up until like about 7 hours ago. Once we lost the trend too, the trend is, up, higher. You lost that, then you made a little bear flag here. And again, all this is told when you lose the 200 SMA on the 15-minute, then you kind of did a bear flag here, then you dropped to the downside, and then you made another flag, and now you have to say, well, where are we going? Are we going lower? Are we stopping the pain? We kind of did this one exactly yesterday, and it didn't do much for us. A very similar pattern yesterday, that head and shoulder on the 1 minute. This one here, see it? Nothing. And kind of there, too. So I see a bear flag likely headed further to the downside. I know that the daily is not in our favor, all right? So the daily, to me, has to come back down to the 21-day moving average. Let's look at our 4-hour. 4-hour loss, see, that's the thing. So this is what will happen. The 4-hour will lose the 21. When you lose the 21, that's the end of a nice rally, okay? The 21 keeps the rally alive. As long as you got above a 21 right here on the 26th of January. Little bit of dips, but no substantial movement below the 21-day movement. That is the biggest reddish candle we've had below the 21 since a little bit here on the 31st of January, right? So in dang near, basically, 20 days, the 18 days, right? So anyway, so just showing you that's the first sign. So the simple moving average is going to be the greatest way for you to trade. I'm telling you right now, because everything else is an indicator that's going to flash at the time, and sometimes it's late, and sometimes, you know what I mean? It's going to be signaling. And a lot of people got caught in a really big long. I saw a lot of people in some serious longs, and I kept saying, watch the daily. You know what I mean? I was in a long, but my long was very small. I didn't lose a lot of money. I didn't blow my whole portfolio, right? I didn't get liquidated. And you can see this likely wants to come further to the downside. So I'd be watching this 1 minute right here, and this 1 minute says we go lower. And the dump is happening now. We have a resistance at 50,090, 50,900. I see us going to 50,000, and I see us connecting all the way to the daily 21. That's just likely what's going to happen. And that takes us somewhere into this level here at $47,000. So it's telling me that this is a bigger dump. We didn't hold the level in the 1 hour. The 1 minute didn't. The 1 hour didn't give us the pump we were looking for, right? I've seen it happen every once in a while. You're really overbought. But usually when you're this far away from the 21 on the daily, the smaller time frames can't take that pull. There's just too much pull further down. And this is going to pull CAS back. This is going to pull all the, CASPA had a huge pump. Everything was going well, right? This is going to pull back some of your altcoins. Not all of them, but most of them. I'm desperate to, now the problem with me is I wanted to get good long-term positions in coins that I wanted to hold, but I put really big positions. So right now I'm either going to take profit and wait for a better price, or see if my altcoins can hold up against Bitcoin, and that's kind of a challenge. And if this is a bigger dump, this will become a bigger dump. However, what if we recover quickly? You panic sell a great position in an altcoin, and that's kind of where that's like the conundrum of trading altcoins. And so whenever I get into position, I tell myself it's a big position. If the market shifts, I have to protect the position. So to me, the best thing is protecting the liquidity. I can use that liquidity at any different time. It's a good tool, but I don't want to see the liquidity lower than what I paid something for, right? It's like I got into this at $13.50 last night. We boomed up to 16. I was up big, probably like two and almost $3,000. And I went to bed at 5 a.m. Everything was rocking. I went to bed at 5 a.m. Everything was rocking. 5:45. This all happened literally from 6 to 9 in the morning. So crazy, right? And I was up all night trading, watching Bitcoin. Bitcoin didn't look amazing, but it looked like it was just going to go sideways for most of the day, and it was holding a key level, right? So we go back. Yeah, we were at 52, 51.9 all night last night. Sorry. Yeah, we were still at 51.9, 52, 52, 51.9, 50, and then we have 57. 50, but it just, in my humble opinion, I it looked to me we were going to wake up just sideways, and the altcoins are going to do their thing. But there you have it. Once we lost the 200 SMA on that 15, and we lost it definitively, and we were below it for a while. And then you can even see the moving averages start to spread. You'll notice it. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. We saw this shoulder, head, right shoulder on the 5-minute earlier that day, right? This was a shoulder, a head, a right shoulder. It was just kind of, it's, you see head and shoulders everywhere. This whole pattern looks M pattern-esque to me. There's an M to it. It's rounded. Rounded tops don't pay the bills. You don't like to see a rounded top. When you start getting a rounded top, it's no good. All right? Then at 7:30, boom, lost the trend and got dumped on. Yeah. Cash was going good till 7:30 in the morning. It's crazy, right? You could trade all night. Bang, bang, bang. So here's the deal. Bigger pullback. A punch back out. This looks like we're going lower, Watch the 1 minute. We may go more sideways. You'll have less volume on the day. BOOKMAP also suggesting that we do go lower. It has a bunch of liquidity below us all the way back down to 50,000 even. And so it's just saying, hey, if we're going to go anywhere, look, BOOKMAP has all the liquidity further to the downside. So if you look at where we're at and where we're going, right there you can see BOOKMAP, link in the description below to BOOKMAP Global Plus. It's an amazing program that shows you what's happening behind the scenes. A trading platform that displays market liquidity. Pretty awesome if you ask me. And you can see what's happening behind the candles. And it helps me a lot because I can see where liquidity is lying. And we usually go towards the biggest liquidity. Wherever big red is, we usually head into that area. All right. So I do see more of a pullback for Bitcoin. I may have to kind of, tether up some of these positions. Already MAVIA falling back down pretty fast too. All right. Beautiful position in MAVIA. I just really, like right now, if I sell MAVIA, I'm up. Hold on. 381. It's not amazing, right? So, and again, I wasn't in love with it. I was just trying to swing trade it and wait for a better position. This is tough. I'll be honest. This is tough. And I open these positions at 3 in the morning. So it's like, I made a cool $3,000 literally in like 5 hours last night. It was pretty crazy. All right. Where was the big red again? Basically buy coins on weekends when it's red. I can't open BOOKMAP at the moment. Time to sell. HODL already got profits. It needs to reset. Yeah. That was a crazy pump from MAVIA. Crazy pump for TRIAS. For this, I'd be looking at smaller time frames and watching like how we're flagging out, what we're doing, It was such a beautiful pattern. I mean, that consolidation was just amazing. Look at that. It almost doesn't look likely it would break back inside the pattern. It doesn't make sense because it made a clear breakout. And it's got legs on the 3 hours like it's going to continue. I'd rather just leave it with break even, So I'll leave my profits in. If I get back to where I had, I'll get out, Sauce was amazing last night too. There was a lot of pumpage last night in the market. There's a lot of money to be made. We talked about Saucer Swap. David Kendall had it too as well. Token Metrics has it. Bang, bang, bang. And we do damage, everybody. We know the hottest coins every month, every week. And my team and we have like 4 elite traders, 3 vicious elite traders, me and my OGs. And then you have all the other people who scan in the market. And we have a lot of people in the trading group too, so it's unbelievable. Live, everyone knows it's supposed to drop to 48K. I sold all my Bitcoin Minor stocks at the top, now waiting to buy back in. Yes, funny. I see. I didn't do that. That's a short-term capital gain event. You know, I'm not trying to pay that. You know, so I'm holding. Lifers stay winning. Yeah, we stay kicking butt no matter what happens in the market. Like, look at this, 69% gains. There was massive gains in the game last night in the trading group. So again, you can focus on the negative, or you can believe you're the opportunity and only find opportunity. Delicium nailed the target right there to the upside. I put this out over and over again to everybody. That hit the high with a little bit of a pullback. But last night, look, 10. And I gave you this cup and handle. I talked about it. I went over and over again why I liked it. AGI, AGIX, like it just, you know, I don't know. Obvious to me this thing was going to move. Yeah, Crypto Seth and some other YouTubers really liking it too, and other people, like, it just, this thing had the movement. AGI. And you'd be like, no, you didn't live. Everybody's like, well, yes, I did. And they call me Sammy Cup and Handy for a reason, right? I even bring this up to my team the other day, but look, Cup and Handle, AGI on 2.8. Talking about this thing about the blast. And I'm showing you where it's going. It's going to 10 cents. And I'm showing you right now that it's at almost 5, and you're about to make 88% gains. And what happens? AGI bangs to the upside out of the Cup and Handle exactly as I showed you it did. Like, there's your before, there's your after. I mean, I don't know what else I can do. And I show you guys this stuff over and over and over again. There's still haters. There's still people that say that, like, you know, call you a shill. There's people who go, oh, you know, you don't know how to trade. There's always someone running their mouth. But you know what? That someone ain't here every single day for 1,000 days straight. That someone is probably on the couch staring at the screen. So 88% gains. Every bang. Cup and handle, baby. Bang, bang. Tight moving averages. Above the high volume node. The stochastics were low when it was time to get in. RSI, MACD showed lack of bearish momentum. I teach you this stuff over and over again. I got class on it. I don't know why more people don't go to class. It's going to be the first Saturday of March. $150. Hit the QR code, hit the link if you want to understand how we made gains last night, tonight, the day before, and all these other days. All right? And remember, they're still buying up Bitcoin too, so it doesn't make sense. But that's why you don't go by logic. If you go by logic and you read, oh, but they're buying Bitcoin, and then the charts lose the 200 SMA, you're going to dump. Like someone said, what news? Why are we dumping? And I'm like, there's no news why you're dumping, man. You know? So I see more downside for Bitcoin. I see the daily having to connect to the 21-day moving average. It's just, you know, if somehow we move without touching that 21, it'll be an anomaly for me. It'll be something that happens 1 out of like 1,000 times. It'll be very rare. So these two areas now, and considering how fat this candle is, I mean, maybe it could wake up and maybe we could stay. There's a chance. You never know. You know, we do something like this and then we slowly kiss and then we break out. But it's more likely we do this, right? And we come down here and we hand out. And now if we lose bigger areas and we start losing bigger 200 SMAs and then we lose support, that's going to tell us that we do have lower lows on our way. And there is some bearish div there. So there is caution for Bitcoin. I've been saying it over and over again. I've been saying that the daily is too far away from the 21-day moving average. It's just very likely you're going to get a pullback to that area, right? So is it time to open up a short? Are you already in a short? How do you open up a short if you're in a short without getting rocked and wrecked? Well, I use the smaller time frames. You know, I'd be looking at the 1 hour. 1 hour is pretty beat up. So I don't like entering exactly there, but at the same time, you could use moving averages. So like a stop loss on the other side of this 30. Entering right now and going for more of the gusto further to the downside is a smart idea, in my humble opinion. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say is, you know, but that's how I would tackle the situation. All right. I'd be using moving averages to tactically get advanced, and I'd be looking for bear flags. All right. There's a bit of a double bottom there. This could spike back up to the 200 SMA. That's the money printer model, right? With the divergence. There's a divvy right there. So you find the divvy, you get the spike up, they come back down to that 786, boom, right? That's technically the model, all right? You pull your fib here, and you're trying to get to a 786 fib retracement, which is right there. That did work out. So far, the money printer played out right there, you know? And you take levels at fibs, like 382, 78, you know? The key is to get all the way back to the 200, but you may not always get there. That's like when the trade happens exactly like it's supposed to. But it doesn't mean you can't scalp smaller sections of these movements. Okay. So now we're going to be watching the 1 minute time frame to see what's going to happen on this bear flag. Overbought on the stochastic on the RSI. I personally I believe a short is a good idea here by using the 30-minute stop on the other side of the 200 SMA. It's all solidified now. I mean, you're well below the 200. Last time you lost the 30-minute 200 SMA, or any other time frame really, right there. But you were, beautiful move down. Beautiful. So if you started entering right where we're at, those two trades would have went beautifully to the downside, and this one too. So 3 in a row right there would have played out. A couple of them would have been chop. That would have been some chop, but it would have played out. That one would have been some chop, but would have still played out. Same there. That would have played out pretty nicely. And this one would have played out pretty nicely. So you can see it's in our favor to short at this present moment in time. And we see that the daily is in our favor for more momentum to the downside. And now you have most of the people kind of jumping on the train, right? Okay. Remember, Monday, no stock market. Interesting. Right? What is that President's Day on Monday? Right? That also affects the market too, right? The third Monday of February is President's Day, right? Yep. The 19th. Da Vinci said KASBTC is the next big thing. Do you feel the same? Yes, I do. And I've been saying it for over 14 months. There's a reason why it's the biggest holding in my whole portfolio, really, of any altcoin. It's the reason why I hold bags on bags on bags. I joined it on Thursday evening. $100 test account. It's already at $900. MAVIA and MORRA calls. Wow, that's insane. Larry Wilson turned 100 into $900, and he joined late Thursday afternoon. Are you kidding me? Hold on. You joined the group late Thursday, and you already 9x your money. Yo, Sean, take that and tweet that. Copy that and tweet that. Screen share that and put a tweet out and say, this is what people say on the live stream when they join the trading group. And then say, join today. Use those as beautiful ads. I mean, those are beautiful ads. Like, come on. The guy's been in the group for 2 days. He 9x'd his money. That's how hard I work. I don't even realize how many people I positively affect. I just keep grinding. I just keep going. I just keep going. So now we have resistance at 50,800. And 800s are a big deal, too. All right. Yeah, he's going to lose his... Where do you buy KASBTC? Good morning, Lifer from the Pacific Northwest. Not financial, but good morning. How do I get a Palau ID? You go to Palau ID and just get it. All right? Yeah. I'll give you a link right now if you want to jump on in and grab yourself one so you can feel comfortable with customer service. Know that you're doing everything you can in your power to be on the up and up. Check out the Palau ID. I'll give you a link right here to Palau ID. There you go. There's the link right there. Bang, bang, bang. Jump on in today. And anyone, if you want to join the trading group and find out where we made the gains, understand what's happening, get the updates that everybody's getting, understand what's happening with the 200, understand where we're going. All right. KYC on any exchange today. You can get a Palau ID here. Bang, right? What platform do you guys use to trade Bitcoin? We trade MEXC, baby. MEXC is the place to be. All right. Absolutely love trading MEXC. This thing's bleeding out. So crazy how people just panic sell their altcoins the second Bitcoin dips. It's just so crazy, man. Makes no sense to me, but it is what it is. Lower fees, highest profit if you don't have to pay the less fees, but zero spot maker taker fees. When I trade spot, I don't pay anything, even if I make a market buy. It's amazing. And then you can also trade futures here, and it's the best futures experience that most people have ever had. Moving the market up and down, being able to, use your stop loss to break even. It's just amazing. Moving like on-screen stop loss, shifting. This isn't it. This is my indicator. But if you have a trade open, it's pretty awesome. All right. So it was the trade I was looking at. Once we lost that trend line, it was a wrap. You know what I mean? Cancel it. That's what I love about trend lines too. They're pretty 45-degree angle. Once you lose that 45, sometimes they make a little bull trap or bear trap, but and they did it first. Look, they made the bear trap earlier today. They brought it back up, but they never really consistently got us back to the top of the pattern. And sad to say, but that trade's a wrap now, right? And now we have the M pattern. You're coming to the 200 SMA on the 1 hour time frame. The first place we're going to go likely is the 1 hour. However, there's buy pressure too. Remember that. They're buying up Bitcoin. So, you know. Coinbase is too scared to allow KASBTC. Why is that? Why are they scared for KASBTC, right? So weird. Merlin chain meme coins booming. 7x my money. That's amazing. Isn't this a bull flag on the 4 hour for Bitcoin? We'll take a look at the 4 hour time frame. This is a bull flag on the 4 hour for Bitcoin? Are you kidding me? No. If anything, it could be a shoulder, a head. Maybe we make a right shoulder. But that's a Bart Simpson to me. You know, and again, we were talking about possible rising wedge. What was it on the daily? Or the 12 hour? You lost this channel. You know, rising wedges break down where they began, right here. Just trust. I know it's hard to trust, but you're coming to the 21-day moving average on this daily time frame. It's only a matter of time, right? The small time frames will play games with you, you know. And honestly, I'd still buy BTC on these red days, like, you know. So, but that's me. But you do whatever makes you happy, right? I really don't understand how he doesn't sleep. He's so dedicated to his craft. It's wild. I don't know how else to be, but go all in. Like, I'm either all in on something and I do it to the best of my abilities, or I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? So, I don't really know another way, my man. So, if you want to ride with me, that's what it's going to be like. Sorry, same button twice. And look, a symmetrical, it kind of was in my mind, a symmetrical triangle, and they're 50-50. They say 50-50. I don't know why. And I tell you, they break down more than they break to the upside, right? And remember, took your MAVIA call, set it and forget it, woke up to 300% gain. Servo Estrada, God bless you, man. Is your course this March just over Zoom? Yes, it's over Zoom, man. Did he just read a comment that wasn't there? I know, right? I'm the most interesting man in the world, right? He reads comments that don't even exist. He makes trades that never happen. If I were up at 3 a.m., he shorts markets before they go down. He makes gains before the gain. He's the most interesting man in the world. Just as long as we're back at 52.5 by Friday. Hustlers need to meditate at night. Otherwise, sleep is impossible in my experience. You're funny. We'll be a lifer soon. God bless you, man. Hey, man, I give it out every single day, as much as I can, all the time, so people understand that it's real. They can see the sauce. They realize the sauce is real. So look, no strong bullish div, nothing crazy. Like, very likely we're rolling over. All right, pan this to kind of like a. But again, we'll have to break through. Like this could be. It's almost like we could see a resistance there. Bing, and we could still continue to collapse, right? But you want to see the moving averages get tight, get together. Then, so if you break above, this is just like, you know how we trade a market that's dumping, right? We wait for the altcoin to get above the 200, and then it gaps up. So like if this starts to look like an altcoin that you buy at the bottom, right? And you're going to wait for this to get above the 200, and boom, and then we rally those to the upside. That's how we do, right? So it's the same idea. We're just upside down, everybody. And so once this loses, we're going to take that down too. I'll be honest, it does look like a bigger pullback all the way back to like a $47,000, $44,000 level. Maybe, yeah. So I feel like there's no way we don't go to $48,000, $47,000. Just based on where the daily 200 SMA is, 21 SMA is. Just very likely we do come back to that key area of support or resistance. All right. Again, and I'm not a soothsayer. I could be 100% wrong. We could buy this right back up, end up back in the pattern, and then this could be a bear trap, and we could kiss off on that 21 on the daily. It would be very rare. It would be like an anomaly that I've never seen. Of all the assets I've seen in my life, I would have to tell you, hey, this is rare. This is something that I'm not used to. All right, so I'm open-minded, but it's just unlikely. It's very unlikely. We are getting a nice little bounce here for whatever reason, though. People feel the need that 50,008 is a nice place to, the 800s have always notoriously been good places. So 50,008, can we get a bounce? You know, does this turn into some type of shoulder, head, right shoulder like this? Do we turn into a bigger consolidation? Is that enough for the daily to slowly creep back in? Could we go sideways like this for like, you know, another couple of weeks? Does the daily creep? Do we not lose huge levels? Do we never go below 48.5 and then we break to the upside? This is the most bullish scenario in my humble opinion. But there has to be some type of sideways pullback. And we have to come back to this. I'm telling you right now, we have to come back to this 21-day moving average. If we don't kiss the 21, it's just very unlikely. Remember, as Bitcoin starts to get sideways, people don't care. And I believe this sell-off was people buying Bitcoin, buying altcoins. All right? And let's take a look at why that is and why that could be. Let's take a look at KASBTC right now. And you'll see KASBA beating up on Bitcoin. All right? Bitcoin pairs show you what's happening in the alt market. So look at this. I mean, KASBA just beat up on Bitcoin. And so we'd be watching this. And if this stays inside of a flag, it tells us that we can hold KASBA while Bitcoin kind of meanders and slowly goes down. If this starts to fall straight down and dumps with it, then okay. But so I'd watch this flag here on KASBA BTC. And you can see KASBA beating up on Bitcoin. Ever since, I mean, if you put all your Bitcoin in KASBA, if you had 10 Bitcoins and you put them all in KASBA back in November, you sold all your Bitcoins for KASBA back in November, look, you would have made 2x your Bitcoin. Your 10 Bitcoin would have made 200% gains. And you could have sold all your KASBA back into Bitcoin. And you'd have so much more Bitcoin right now. Again, I don't buy and sell every single asset I have. You'd be in and out of everything. You would barely be able to think. As fun as that sounds, even the greatest traders, you can't go in and out of every single thing, you know. But, you know, you want to look at these BTC pairs. Is there a MAVIA BTC? You know, sometimes you don't get them. You know, you won't get them at the beginning when they're early stages here. But maybe over time they may get one. And look at MAVIA. It just does not care. So happy I didn't even sell that thing. 889. And people just are on the move. MAVIA. It's hot right now. And everyone knows it's hot. And it's trending on token metrics. Wow. So we got ourselves a winner here that's continuing to defy gravity. MAVIA, baby. And I was even nice enough to put out MAVIA last night on Twitter. So follow me on Twitter, man. You might just get a free call or something that I'm going over. Here's a freebie. I love you. MAVIA's on MEXC in a bullish consolidation, trending on token metrics. Find it here on MEXC. Bang. This trade, you know, and I could be like, this aged well, right? Pumping while Bitcoin is dumping, right? Isn't it nice to be in a coin pumping while everyone else is freaking out? I mean, only in the trading group with the lifer. So, you know, and again, I do this every single day. People ask me if I'm legit. You know why? There's too many shady people that don't work as hard as me and call themselves, you know, trading experts, trading gurus, join my Patreon, come on. And again, God bless them all, but like, we outwork them all, you know. We outworked them all. And yeah, you could say I don't show up with my hair all befuddled, like, oh, I was up all night trading, I can't. I still got a good amount of sleep. I went to bed. I took a nap between 11 and 3. I woke up, got back into the market from 3 to 5:30, went back to sleep until 9. So yeah, I'm all over the place, but I took breaks. You know, this aged well, while Bitcoin's pumping. Just, you gotta love it. MAVIA doing damage, right? And the exact entry, too. Up 16% on MAVIA. Bang, bang, bang. And that's in like 7 hours, right? We got in at 3 in the morning. We will outwork. If they trade as good as me, they can't work as much as I can. So even if you guys are a better trader than me or just as good of a trader, I will outwork that person. I will outwork them. I've proven it time and time again. I figured out how to keep my energy at its apogee. God is always there for me. I'm praying to God. I don't waste my time. I don't run after people that waste my time. All right. MAVIA. All right. I proved to you that you can make gains on your own, man. All right. 15-minute aggressively moving up. Is it bouncing back? Bitcoin. got a slight bullish div, not strong, but it is pushing back to the upside here on the 15-minute. You're looking for the 15-minute to kind of maybe, I don't know. Honestly, I get mixed signals because it just how this daily doesn't, how we don't go to the daily 221. It's just very rare, And this is a very nasty pattern, I would just be looking at it more like this, like, do we V-shape recovery? How do we do it? Use your 30-minute as your guide here. You get back above the 30-minute 200 SMA, there's a chance you can hold, we hold off for a while. And then you got to keep watching that. And if we, so what's the most weirdly, like, could we say we're in this like broadening falling wedge? And this makes sense to me actually now. Look, so we'll get rid of this because that's over now. So this is the pattern at play. Top of the pattern, bottom of the pattern, top. So it makes sense. You would go to the top of the pattern here. Now, if you make some right shoulders, you could shoulder, head, right shoulder, and you could break on back out. I mean, there's a heavy demand for Bitcoin. Okay. I'm personally not in a short. I'm not opening up a short right now. I'm trading altcoins and buying dips. That's what I'm doing. You do whatever makes you happy, all right? Heard you say your dad was a bricklayer, so I believe you when you say you will outwork everybody. My dad was an iron worker. An iron worker, man. Completely different. My grandfather was a bricklayer. My dad was an iron worker, man. Iron workers are maniacs, all right? Absolute maniacs.
2 months ago, I ordered...
iron workers are maniacs, all right? And iron workers connecting. My dad was what's called a connector, all right? This is what a connector does for a living, all right? My dad would be up here like this every day, hundreds of feet in the air, and he'd be waiting for the crane to bring the beam in. When the beam in, the connector would grab the beam from the crane like this, right? You can get your fingers smashed so easily. Your thumb can get, oh my God. The wind comes. He's seen guys get hit. He's seen a guy get almost like sliced a little bit, like in his stomach, abdomen cut open. And what you do is you put it, this is what my dad did for a living. And then you line up the dummy bolts and you set this piece of iron, the lateral piece of iron, right? With the crane. You're working with the crane. He's watching you. You're working, look at this, dude. You know how you could bash your thumb? And then look, he's got to line that up and then he's got to get a bolt in those holes. He's lining those holes up. All right? And then a crew's going to come back up and then he's working with another. Usually there's another guy on the other side. Usually there would be another guy on the other side. My dad would sit here and explain this to me for hours on end. And you got the beam, all right, Sam? And you got your guy up here and your guy over here. And this is what, once he started drinking, my dad would get into this. He started teaching me about ironworking. And then don't call an iron worker a construction worker. You know what I mean? They're iron workers. They work with structural steel. They're some of the hardest, biggest men you've ever seen in your life. They're built like to be an iron worker. You got to either in some amazing shape. If you're not that big, you got to be in some amazing shape. So look, now he needs them to crane down. Like he's talking to the crane and he's like, I need you to boom down, boom down. It's a lot of stuff he's doing. And at the same time, he's high up in the air, sitting there, and he's got to get this piece in place. Anyway, my dad was in great shape. You didn't want to mess with my dad. And a lot of iron workers, man, they said the Hells Angels wouldn't look at them. You could make 150 to 200 grand a year, though, with good overtime. An iron worker can make up to $175 to $200,000 a year in New York City. They're the highest paid union of almost any union in the world. The New York City iron workers, All right. So anyway, you guys didn't come here to learn about iron working, but I like looking. Now he's got to grind that through the hole. See that? He's going to put that through that slice there. Everything's going to fit just like a Lego piece. And then this is his dummy. And then he's going to put this in like my dad showed me. He puts his bolt wrench in there. And now he's got a hole to fit. And he puts another one in, right? Boom. And my dad had these wrenches. See, an iron worker has these pinned wrenches. This is what an iron worker's doing. That's why an iron worker has the pinned wrench. Okay? Now he's working those struts through the holes, right? So he wants to make sure, yeah, exactly. He's got to connect. Look, now he's on the beam. Can you believe that? He's on his beam now. Out of his mind. I mean, the crane's holding it, but he's on the beam now. And now he's going to throw a bolt in. Just a dummy bolt. We call it, He's going to put one bolt in. He's going to throw it through the other side. I mean, look how dangerous this work is, man. And back when they were there, Anyway, this is what my dad did for a living. I come from the hardest working people in the world, man. My grandfather was an iron worker. My dad was a bricklayer. Up at 9. Look at this. Bang into 917 to the upside. And as we get the reversal here for Bitcoin, these altcoins don't care. Don't panic. Sell your altcoins, baby. Back at 51,000 for Bitcoin. All right. And now they're going to go after the shorts hard. It's just a crazy game, right? It's a vicious game. It's not for the faint of heart. So look, we have a clear resistance. Bounce, bounce. So previous support becomes resistance. Clear as day. 51,000. Let's call it 300. If you can't get back above 51.3, expect more downside. I would look at this like we're in a flag here. And you'd be looking, can you break back above the 30, 200 SMA? So today it's the 30. Boom. All right. For whatever reason, we picked this one area out of nowhere. I guess we wicked right there. No, that's volume. Sorry. That's ever happened to you? Like you take something that's not supposed to be there. But let's take a look left here. Your dad taught you so you could teach us. It's called no fear. Counted about 7 OSHA violations in that video. The ironworkers don't give a dang. You know why? They say OSHA, go, you know what I mean? Once you come up here and do my work, ain't no one going to do it, you know? So ironworkers are really, they're the kings of the sky, they call them, you know? My dad used to say, we walked into a bar. He's like, the carpenters, everyone else went the other way. Like, the ironworkers are coming in. Like, you know, these guys, like, they just risk their lives, right? Cameraman never dies. It's funny. If you draw a diagonal line on the 1 hour for the trend, it's about to hit it. You could also look at this trend here, right? Like this. I see what you're saying. I think you're looking at this. Resistance, resistance. This is kind of a trend line here. Resistance, resistance. Bounce, bounce. We lost it. Boom. We lost that. Interesting, right? I'm telling you right now, the daily doesn't look good. Daily says more downside. They're going to toy with the price action, bring it up and down a little bit, but the daily says more downside. All right. I'm super excited about MAVIA doing damage. You know, AGII doing damage just so much. Wow, we went all the way up to that resistance at 950. Look, we hit it quick, and people took profits at 950. I mean, it's a smart place to take profits, right? Bing, right there, the previous stop point. I'd be looking at smaller time frames for flags, all right? So right now, you catch me, I'm on the 5, and I'm looking for some type of flag here for a continuation. I don't chase green candles. I zoom into smaller time frames and look for continuation patterns. That's how I tackle the market, no matter what it is. Market was in extreme greed yesterday. Yeah. I was a commercial carpenter and worked right behind iron workers. Great guys, right? What do you have to say about them, man? Yeah. Okay. I saw a documentary about cell tower workers dying because they free climb without a harness. Yeah, they're crazy. Paint staying above a generation AI, the next trend. Yo, paint's hot, right? People are getting paid in paint. I've heard in another, you know, paint keeps coming up on my radar. Let's take a look at paint. I don't know enough. I'm not an expert on paint. So it had that huge run up. Now it's super low. I don't know if this is the same paint. I have to do my research now. But I remember people were getting paint to hold a certain coin. They were getting paid in paint. I'll have to figure it all out. Do you think it's only worth Bitcoin right now if you could buy thousands worth with the price it's at right now? I mean, it depends. Honestly, for me, I can only tell you my story. And my story was buying a little bit of Bitcoin every time I could. You know, no matter. And when it was 20K, 10K, even back then, it was a lot, right? Yes, it's big right now. But remember, if it can go to $1 million, $5 million in 10 years, that's 100x from 50,000 right now. So if in 10 years you get 100x, that's 10x a year. What if you put $1,000 in it and it turned into 100 grand? You know what I mean? And again, I can't tell you that's going to happen for sure. And I'm not selling you a get rich quick scheme. I'm just saying, hey, I think people underestimate the power of Bitcoin. All right, that's all. We gave you Zeph last night. You know, last night was an AI surge. Every coin that had anything to do with AI had a massive surge. You're talking AGIX, finally, which is kind of when AI starts to run again, AGIX. Look at AGIX booming right now as we speak. like at a really nice high. And it made this nice flag on the hourly. And in the last 5, 6, 7 hours, AGIX is blasted from 38 to 45. AI coins are on a crazy tear right now. And they're doing their own thing. They don't really care about Bitcoin. Look how quick we're going back. Wow. I drew this cup and handle for AGIX. Everyone knows I'm a big holder. It's one of my bigger positions. But look at that. I gave you this cup and handle to the trading group. I talked about buying it on the low. I pulled the Fibonacci. We came down to the 618 golden pocket. We bounced. Target was 46, and we're up 79% right now. Massive gains in the trading group. So we're not sitting there freaking out. Everyone is super just like, yeah, like this is it. AIOZ, a big D-pin play. A lot of people like AIOZ for D-pin. And I put it in this tight channel, break it to the upside. Boy, did it do that. All right? Look at, all I do is the same thing. I find tight moving averages. I find pointed controls. I find the pattern. I see low stochastics. I execute. It's a very simple strategy in which I teach. You can do it over and over and over and over again. This I was trying to see, what is it going to do now, right? Someone asked me last night, and I was like, well, it's going to make 1 or 2 patterns. We got to see it consolidate a little bit after the pump, right? And there's tension. You can feel tension in the music. There's tension in the waters. There's tension in the market. Who here feels the tension? Of course you do. Okay? Of course you do. Could you take a look at Chainlink? AGIX, DMA holder over here. Could you take a look at Link? Send in a super chat for TA and deep dive. Let's take a look at the fan funding. And we got Solid 7. Heard you say your dad was a bricklayer, so I believe when you say you outwork everyone. Thank you. OPUL, day, RSI dropping. You still bullish? OPUL? I was never bullish on OPUL. Really? Was I bullish on OPUL? When the heck was I last talk about OPUL? Still bullish on OPUL? You act like I talk about that coin every day. I don't think, when's the last time I even mentioned that coin? Let's take a look. Opulus. You know, it's in the cup and handle just like AGIX. It's sitting at the 706 with the 200 SMA. Wait for the daily Stokes to reset again. And as long as it just kind of nils sideways and doesn't lose the 706, it's likely that's going to be pretty much a bottom buy for Opulus. You know, I don't like the project. I don't own it long term. I'm not a huge guy, but, you know, this is just, you know, there's your chop. You're coming back to chop. You lose the 200 SMA. Fine. Maybe you go back to a new bottom. But that's likely going to hold at the high volume node there. But you never know. It's been like 9 or 10 days in that. Man, it was 2 weeks straight. Since the 2nd, 3rd of February, it's been above the 706 and above the 200 SMA on the daily. I could only assume that for the next few, 2 to 3 weeks, it'll continue to do that and then somehow, some way, eventually get a push to the upside. All right. I wouldn't give too much credit to this Bitcoin pump. That daily's too far away from the 21. I don't see how we don't get a pullback. I just don't. If we at the same time, fine. I'll give you, we could pump up here, pump back down, right? So this is where I'd be looking for a short if we can't break this level. Here I'd be looking for shorts if we can't break this level. And if we make a nice bear flag, continuation pattern. Let's look at our 1 minute. Yeah, you kind of had a triple bottom, double bottom, broke out. That's a beautiful double bottom right there. That was an easy play, see? Not easy, but look, you just took the length of there and the double bottom played out. It's just crazy how, like, bang, that would have been a scalp trade right there. Now the 1 minute looks somewhat interesting in this flag. Next, like, scalp trade could be this flag to the upside. You break the 200 SMA, you're going to pump to the top of the channel at 51,800. And we go from there. All right. Yeah, we got a little stoppage. They stopped the bleeding a little bit, but it's not amazing. And we got major resistance, right? 51,000 now is a resistance. So the shorts are in control because the daily's away from the 21, period, everybody. All right. Okay, I heard you say, yeah. Could you give an analysis on Sol BTC? I mean, Sol's likely going to continue to beat up on Bitcoin over time. I just don't see how it doesn't. All right. I have it here, but again, if the market dips, look for the whole thing to kind of, start to pull back. But just, both markets will dip a little bit. Maybe Sol comes down to the 200 SMA here. So like Bitcoin dumps, Sol will dump, but Sol will probably dump a little less. And then when Sol's ready to rip again, it's going to beat up on Bitcoin. So I just see it coming back down. A key area I'd be looking to grab is 0.057, maybe even a little lower here at 0.16 Satoshis. Remember, I'm talking Satoshis right now. But yeah, only a matter of time. And then how would that be up if we were able to get in that zone? And then you're talking, you'd be able to double your Bitcoin. A 90% gain on your Bitcoin with Solana. All right. Back below 50,000, 51,000. Just kind of, we won't have the liquidity, but we do have panic selling going on. You're going to have people acting silly. It's going to happen. All right. Wow, MAVIA went from 950 all the way. Look at the volatility today. That's just insanity. Went from 950 all the way back down to 880. People were like, hey, I'm taking my profits quickly because the Bitcoin's got them spooked. You see? Bitcoin's got them spooked. Overbought on the 15-minute. Still got some legs there. 4-hour wants to continue. 2-hour says it wants to still continue. My thing is, as long as it stays above 870, it breaks 870, then it's coming back down for the retest, then it's coming back inside the pattern. But if it stays above 870, I feel like there's no reason to bail on it just yet for MAVIA. All right. Tough, man. Tough day to trade. I'm on 5 hours of sleep and I open up these positions at 3 in the morning. Right? What are you going to do? I got nobody to ask. People are like, what should I do? It's like, you can't ask people what to do. You got to know what you got to do, what you do. And stand by your decisions. Nobody can do it for you. No one's going to get you out of this market. I like everyone that blames people. Like, they blame all the YouTubers they watch. They blame the trading groups they're in. Like, nobody hits the buy button but you at the end of the day. Like, no one joins the trading group but you at the end of the day. Like, and I don't get that. I actually was watching another trading group get attacked. And I was reading it wasn't mine, thank God. We do a great job. We don't really get a lot of that. But then I was just, looking at some nonsense, and then I was reading some of the comments, and the people are like, it's like, so let me get this straight. Like, you make a bunch of bad trades and you blame somebody else for it? And again, it makes sense. The people that don't blame themselves for their own follies are most likely never going to become multimillionaires. If they do it through, it'll be through, the lottery, and they'll lose most of it again. Like, it won't be a solidified wealth. They won't be getting solidified wealth. You got to blame yourself. You got to blame yourself. You know what I mean? For your follies. You got to blame yourself. Shout out to the 1,363 people here on the live. 403 likes, $14 in chat revenue. Thank you for being here. So here's the deal. There could be a possible short scalp here if Bitcoin can stay back above 50,087, 50,009, right? And you're oversold. Can you get the bounce? Break back above the 200 SMA? And, if Bitcoin can get back above 51,300, then it has a shot of kind of getting back into normality for the day. But if it continues to kind of never get back below 51,000, 160 here, see this bounce, expect more downside. So I'm watching this flag on the 1 minute to see if it makes an M. It might make an M here. And then we'll get rejected. We could plow. If we close candles above the 200, we're likely to go even higher to 51.8. If we can't close candles above here, we're likely to drop down. And so the 1 minute's going to give us confirmation here. And the next probably hour to hour and a half at the very most. And I think that's even probably even less. Probably more like 45 minutes. So if you want to know where Bitcoin's going for the day, I'd be watching the 1 minute flag here, because if we get back above this level, that may become support for the rest of the day. If we don't, then that's going to be resistance for the rest of the day. And so the 1 minute is going to tell you a story. And so the people that tell you there's no information to trade, you can't trade the 1 minute, I don't believe in that. Okay? I don't believe in that. The 1 minute can give you a lot of information because there are replicates of each other. The 1 minute is just simply a microcosm of the weekly. And so you can find information, and if you're open-minded, you can learn from every situation and almost every situation. All right? You can extrapolate the information you need from that particular occurrence. All right? A smart person can learn about water, can learn how water works and understand how money, because it's liquidity, right? And they can be like, oh, water flows, money. Now, water and money aren't really together, but an intelligent person can actually learn about money by learning about water. See? They can extrapolate the information from different systems, but see the connection. See, I think that's autism. I think I have some type of weird, I don't want to call myself autistic, but I can see two things that aren't connected and see a bunch of connections between them. And most people can't, because most people are like, those things don't. So people would just think I'm insane. So I'll come out and start talking. Yeah, can't you see how, the lawnmower taught me how to fix the motorcycle or whatever it is? And people look at me like I'm nuts. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, it's all a system. Like, we're learning systems, and every system teaches you about another system. And right, but and I think that's where we all have a special gift. We all can see things in a certain way or in a different way. And how you use that gift really is your genius. Everyone here has a genius code in them. I'm telling you right now, every single one of you. It's not pompous to believe you're a genius. Everybody here has a genius in some way. There's something you do better than me. There's something I do better than you. But together, and that's why the group is awesome too, because together we fortify our strengths. Not all of us are the same. Not all of us can be amazing. Some of us are quick scalpers. Some of us are philosophical thinkers, right? But together, we create the lifers. We keep a very strong group of people. And we're able to see the market in a beautiful way, right? And that's really the essence of a trading group. That's why the $3 a day for me is being a part of collective consciousness that can see the market together as a whole. That has value in and of itself. The value that we brought together creates more value. Just me bringing us together is value. Even if I didn't post charts, which I do, and if I didn't guide and we didn't have all the other teaching and all the fun stuff and all the gains we made today. But, so being part of a collective that has a positive vibrational goal, nothing better than that, in my humble opinion. So thank you to everyone that joins the trading group and that becomes part of the movement. I really appreciate it. Does your trading group give the entry and where to set the stop loss? I do sometimes, but you don't want to do that. If I'm in a trading group and I give this, like I do for Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's not manipulated. But if the coin has a small market cap, I don't do that, because if everyone put their stop loss at the same place, see, I can tell you're a newbie because you're asking. See, noobs want to be given the entry and the stop loss, but that will get an entire team wrecked, because then if you gave a team of 500 people a bunch of newbies, they'd all put their stop loss at the same place. All right, and if it was a low liquidity coin, the market maker would go and kick all you guys out. I do it if it like right now. Look, that would be a trade with the stop right there. On my Bitcoin calls, I put a stop every time. You see, and obviously you haven't come to the channel a lot, because if you come to the channel, you'll see that I give a stop on every coin. Just keep coming back to the channel, man. Let's celebrate your first super chat in a live stream. I'm going to make you so you can find your own stop loss. You don't want to copy someone else's stop loss. I'm going to turn you. See, this is the thing. There's a model already. It's a trading group. I'll give you signals, blah, blah, blah. That's an old model. I don't follow the old model. I'm a new age educator that came out of nowhere. There's nobody called Sammy Cup and Handy in the game. All right? Everyone else has their name on YouTube. There's nobody called Sammy Cup and Handy. There's a reason why I have an actual indicator named after me, because so many people have learned from me around the world. Just get in line, start watching my live streams, and get in. All right? Is your class in March over Zoom? Yes, I answered that twice already. No, I come to your house, and I fly all the way to where you live. Of course it's on Zoom. You win one trade for, you win one trade for a couple $100 or learn from Sam and become successful. No one successful got there easily. Amen. Everything AI is pumping, everybody. Looks like Bitcoin's about to pump right now to the upside. I see a move for Bitcoin. Looks like we're going to be getting a 51,577 for BTC. Again, we have to get above this resistance, and we have to get above this 200 SMA. But I see this flag. Right now, this flag is in the green already just a little bit. All right. Barry UFC says, best mentor in the game, taught me so much. Thank you, Sam. Now everyone is talking cup and handle, right? I'd fly you and the family out to come chill and teach me all day. Let's do it. Where do you live? I hope you live in a nice tropical place. Malacca, no, it's a bear trap. Saturn, nice to see it make that nice fly leg up finally. I already looked at Opulus. I already looked at Soul, and someone asked about coin, right? Do you do house calls? Funny. Only when I'm painting houses. Hey, you know what I'm talking about? Who knows what I'm talking about? Who knows what I just said? Who knows what I just said? Let's see how, who here knows what I just said? Can we come to your place? No, never. No one's ever allowed here. It's my sanctuary for my children. Whale talk, I do. Only one guy knows what I just said, right? He goes mobbish. It's kind of funny. Only when I'm painting houses over here. I don't know this one. So we could sell, you can no longer be mine. Painting houses, heading in strap. It's funny, man. Yeah, Wildcoin did do a huge pump. And look, see, lackluster here. I'm not a fan of what's going on, but moving average is getting tight. This projection's too big. It's the only thing that happens sometimes. I'll make it on a smaller time frame, a bigger time frame. Technically still a cup and handle, right? You got to get above this 200 SMA on the 1 minute. $100-day MA is 49.8 MA on the 2-hour candlestick chart. We have nothing but support. The 100-day MA is 49.8 on the 2-hour candlestick chart. We have nothing but Sammy, the wise guy over here. You go to baseball games, Sammy? Yeah, you want to go to see a Red Sox game? Let's do it, man. Sammy used to paint houses. He even apologized once to all his customers. What's happened? Dang, bye. Oh, my gosh. You guys should call Skip the Games instead of Hound and Sam with house calls. You're funny. What do you think about Crow Coin? It's all right. I think it's cool. Good rewards. The coin's awesome. One guy really convinced me that the coin was amazing and that the card's definitely something that you want to jump on into yesterday. But I see more downside, everybody, personally, for Bitcoin. I really do. But like the bulls have to get me above key levels. Like the bulls have to get me back above 51,003 for me to be even close to bullish. All right. You said MAVIA moving, but yeah, we were already at 950, man. So we've been pulling back since then. We hit 950 on that wick there. It was crazy. We've been pulling back ever since. I'm thinking of bailing on my swing trade just because, I mean, it went so well, so fast. I didn't expect it to. Yeah, the 15-minute needs to reset anyway. 5 minutes still in the flag. As long as we stay above 1869 there, I'm all right. Okay, we need to hold 50 MA on the 2-hour chart today. I'm glad you're bearish because, we need to hold the 15 MA on the 2-hour chart today. See, this is so weird. He says, I'm glad you're bearish because you're wrong. How am I wrong often when I'm constantly calling the market? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, I have the proof that I'm not wrong often. It's just like I'm here every day. Like, I honestly, I shouldn't read this because you're trolling me. You know what I mean? Look, just ask the people here. Am I wrong often? Just ask the people here. Like, they're here every day. Like, I don't even have to actually defend myself. That's what I love about this anymore. I don't have to do this anymore. I don't have to defend myself anymore. It's so amazing. Like, thousands of people have made gains off my Bitcoin calls for like the last 5, 6, for the last year, like for years straight. Like, I don't have to defend myself anymore. It's so insane. I just don't. I don't have to say a word, you know? Maybe if you come here once a month, I might be wrong often. That could happen. Like, you come once last week, then you came like a month later, and I was wrong those 2 times. You'd be like, oh, he's wrong often. But if you show up every single day, I just like we have who gives yeah. I'm in the group. Sam calls are on point. 9x in 2 days, dude. You're human. Yeah. No, I just think it's funny. Dude, you're on YouTube making money. I know. First tread, last arc block. He said, are you going to personally open a position? I said, I'm not. I just said numerous times, I'm not shorting them. I'm personally in MAVIA right now in TRIAS for $15,000. Like, I opened up a position for like 20 grand last night. Like I'm not BSing you guys. Like, all right? Like, I'm in a serious position right now. Like, I'm not a big leverage trader. I'm a spot trader, man. I say this all the time. People want to turn me into something I'm not. I don't know why. Like, you know, I don't mind trading leverage. But, like, I know how to make good money without it, right? Look how much money I have in MAVIA right now, 37.7. Look how much money I have in TRIAS. I opened these positions at 3 in the morning last night. I got 11 grand. I'm in this for like $15,000 right now, and you're asking me if I'm going to open up a short position. Like, let's get real. You know what I mean? I'm trading my butt off right now since 3 in the morning with over 15 grand. Like, anyway, MAVIA, baby. MAVIA, man. And look, it's curving back on the 5 minute, staying above support. We want to see this flag continue, and we can get a move on out. All right? All right? Sam, just mute people who come here to disturb the peace. I love you, man. Just bought $100 of Dogecoin. I'm hoping I'm making the right decision. Wow, you bought a lot of Doge right now? That's crazy, right? 10, baby. 10, what is 10? If you know, you know, right? You know what it is? It's funny. As my team told me, they're like, as you get bigger, you become more of a target, you know? And that's just what happens. It's going to go back up tonight. I don't know what's going to happen tonight, honestly. I have no idea what's going to happen to Bitcoin tonight. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I see us losing this key area of support, right? I buy dips right now. I don't really short the market. Just not my thing. I might open up a couple little shorts if it's worth it. Like, it's not my trading style to like go hard on shorts when we're in like a big uptrend. But I mean, I shorted 2 weeks ago or a week ago. I'll find a short if there's a short. We shorted this week too on the market, right? If I see a short, we'll take a short. And again, I have to remain short because we can't get back above resistance. So like, I wouldn't open up a big long until we broke above 51.3 and then we made a flag. What? No? Hey, man, shout out to Master Friend of the House. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. I sold my ETH for smog. That's funny. Why did you go long on MAVIA? Can you walk us through the process? That's a great question. See, that's like, I would love super chats like that all the time. Like, what made you go long on MAVIA? All right. And so I'll show you right now, which is kind of cool. What I'll do is I'll delete all my work from MAVIA. Number one, it's a trending coin, period. It's hot. I know it's hot. Why do I know it's hot? Because I watched 15 to 20 different of the hottest YouTubers, and the back, you know. On top of that, all right, I have my own sauce. On top of that, my TA alone. So I knew MAVIA was hot. Period. It's been hot since it came out. Like it came on my radar when it was when it first hit MEXC. I knew about it. So I know what coins hit MEXC first because I have a bot that tells me what coins hit MEXC inside my trading group. So these bots, look, exchange announcements and exchange news. So it said MAVIA coming to MEXC tomorrow at 5 a.m. So I was like, what's this new coin? So I researched it. And I found out that Token Metrics had it. So then I knew more about it. Then I saw another YouTuber was like, I'm all over this thing. Then I saw another YouTuber that I know and that, you know, we're cool. He was like, I'm selling everything for this coin. And I said, oh, that's interesting. He likes MAVIA too. And then my mind started to build. And then I wanted to get in early, and I missed it. I did. I wanted to get in right here, or I swung traded, and I didn't, you know, I took a little piece. But then it went way bigger than I realized, and I was like, dang, man, I got in here and sold there, and the thing just ripped. So then I kept watching it because it was like the one that got away from me. And then yesterday, I'm just scrolling through the market, and my mind goes like this. It fires off ideas. So I'll sit with my family. I'll do the live stream. I'll do something with my family, maybe until 2, 3 o'clock, and then I'll have the pressure on me. I have over 1,200 people in a trading group. They're demanding for that I know the next hot thing. I'm supposed to be the guy that knows it all. And there's so much pressure on me every single day to produce. So I get to my desk last night and I say, how do I make gains for the trading group? How do I find a way to make a gain? You know? And my subconscious mind goes to work. And I saw this. And I said, wait. And so I scan through thousands of coins. I literally sit there with the down button. I'll use scanners and stuff like that, but I'm a manual scanner too. I like to do harder work than I'm supposed to. I don't know. I put myself through, like, people probably be like, you can make that easier, but I don't care. Like, I just go. I find that, like, the people looking for the easy way never find all the intricate things that people that go through the hard way find. I get into the details, the nitty gritty. So I'm all about high volume nodes on the VRVP. I see that we're stuck on one. Bam. Immediately, I'm like, I like that. I'm all about tight moving averages. I see we're above a 200 SMA, even though it just came out, and I see the moving averages are very tight. I like that. I see that this is a beautiful trend line that held. I see this is a bull pennant. 68% of the time, this is going to go to the upside. I like that. Okay? I look for stochastics RSI. I see that they're in the oversold region, below the dotted line. I like that. Because there's not a lot of information on the 1 hour, I switch to the 15 and see if I get the same inferences on the 15. I do. I got tight moving averages, high volume node. I look for the MACD to show me lack of bearish momentum. I want to see that the blue line is curving up towards the red line. I want to see that the white is starting to show, and I see that. I also want to see if I'm pretty low and oversold. I get that. I'm oversold in the stochastics. I want to see if the RSI is below 50, close to oversold. I get that. I give you a 9-point checklist if you join my trading group that gives you all of this and gives you a pattern sheet to look for, teaches you how to find divergences. My trading course will blow your mind. No one else has a course like this. Everyone else is like a 3-week course. They're charging you $5,000 and they want to, I give you everything you need for 3 hours and then I tell you it's time for you to go to work. It's time for you to dive into the charts. It's time for you to do the work yourself. No one's going to do it for you. Everyone wants to be this amazing trader. Everyone wants to be spew. When do I buy? When do I sell? It's like you won't, even if I gave you those things, your emotions will still ruin it until you understand how you feel with the trade. You have to develop an inner sense of intuition in trading. Everybody wants this, like, it doesn't happen overnight. Let me newsflash everybody. It takes years to become a good trader. You're not going to become a multimillionaire overnight. It's going to take you years. Okay? Done. You're not, there's no free, easy way to to be a millionaire. It's never going to happen. Stop looking for the fast, easy way, because there is none. You know what I mean? And again, yeah, I used to say that on my live stream. I'm not here to be your best friend. I'm here to be your best mentor. Best friends are not best mentors. I could tell you, the best friend is someone that tells you everything you want to hear, brings you to the movies, and says, yeah. That's not me. I'm here to tell you things that hurt. I'm here to tell you pain. My dad used to tell me that. Hey, Sam, you can't keep doing that. It ain't going to work out. Leave me alone, Dad. But my dad was right. He was telling me life lessons that I need to be listening to. My dad always pushed me, and some days I didn't want to hear what my dad had to say. And because of that, I was a little I was a little pajarito, a little bird. And I'd be like, blah, 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 blah. Me and my dad would get in arguments because I didn't want to hear the truth. Because I wasn't ready to hear the truth. All right? Period. You grow up and you realize that, your dad was trying to help you all along. You were just being a pain in the boot. All right? It's just funny, man, how life is, right? And so, calm down, Queen. You're funny, right? But again, I'm just getting these freaking glasses that were stuck. I love these glasses. My Maui Jims, baby. My Maui Jims. Anyway, Wink, Bitcoin, Luna, ETH, BNB, Sol, Thursday. Shh. Funny. Being in the 99 is a huge step up from learning alone. Amen. Yeah. Shout out to the 1,288 people here in the live, right? So, and again, everyone wants to be babied. Look, we had 1,350 people here. We went down to 1,288. Why? Because people want to be told. People want to be babied. They want to be given. They want the easy way. But I'm sorry, man. My life wasn't easy, and how I got it and how you're gonna get it. If it's gonna be amazing, it's gonna be one of the hardest roads in the world. Life is supply and demand. All right. Let me explain one last thing to you. All right. About life. Why is a product worth more? Like, let's just say there's a bottle of hot sauce and the guy spends hours making it. This is the worst bottle I've ever made. Let's make a better bottle than that, but whatever. I'm trying to draw a bottle. All right, there's a bottle of hot sauce. The guy spends like 10 hours, marinating some type of, some other guy just whips a few things and puts some vinegar together and so this guy spends like 30 hours making a bottle. And so it goes for let's say $20 and the others go for $5. Why? Because he spends way more time on his product than the other people. All right, and I'm going to get somewhere here with this. All right. Now, look at my trading group. I spend more time on my product, okay? And I'm here every day, and I never take a day off, right? So my trading group product, I believe we could charge $500 a month. We charge $99 because we care about other people, and we want to beat the competition that gives you way less for $99. No one's going to give you what I give you for $99. A token metrics, basically, constantly. I'm going over BOOKMAP every single morning and day. I'm live streaming all the time. You know what I mean? So the idea behind this is, if something takes you more time, so basically trading, so look at trading, a skill of trading. That's basically like a bottle that takes way longer to create, a trading skill. That's not something you can get overnight. You're going to have to work at learning how to trade. That's something you're going to have to work at every single day till you get better at it. It's not going to happen like this, right? But once you have it, man, you're going to have it for the rest of your life. See, people don't want the hard thing, but then they just take a deep breath. And I used to shy away from the hard thing. I really did. I'd be like, I have to do all this. And then one day it hit me and my mom was like, but Sam, once you get it done, like, you're going to have it forever. And I was like, wait, like, yeah. I was like, so just do the hard work now. I was like, it's only going to be hard work for a few years, and you're going to be able to have it for the rest of your life, right? So we have 1,294 people here, 524 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. All right. Hey, Sam, do you ever use Bitcoin pairs on coins to see it's due to break out again, enjoying the gains? Yes, you can do that for sure. Definitely. BTC pairs, I mean, a lot of times they'll just go together, though. The USDT pair is about to break out. The Bitcoin pair will be out to break out. Every once in a while, they'll be slightly off. But for the most part, you'll see them mainly, about 80 to 90% correlated. Is that the Sunday token for Sunday Swap? Then there's AGII. I don't know what that is. Don't get caught up. See, they're always trying to get you. Dude, this thing blasted to the upside. I put this out yesterday. And I said, this thing looks like, I don't know if I posted to the trading group, though. I just made this little, did I put this out? It looked like, sometimes I put things out and they just look so improbable to me that I'm like, I don't want to force people into that. It doesn't look right. But the chart played out. Live peer just continued to buy. I don't think I put this out. See, every once in a while, I'll keep a chart to myself. I didn't even play this. But last night I saw this. I saw this last night and I drew it up just like this. And I was going to hand it to the group. I guess I didn't. I was too tired. Dang, I missed out. That would have been another 42% gain in literally overnight. I saw this flag last night. And look, the tight moving averages, the high volume node, and the Stokes were low. There's a reason why I didn't do it. I think the 4 hour was overbought. Now, the 1 hour was even low last night. I don't know why I held back. Maybe sometimes I get it ready and then I just forget that, like, I go to post and I forget to post. Dang. That gets my goal because I saw this last night. And no one else had it either in my trading group. Dang. LPT. Live peer. Someone wrote, look, someone had it here in the group, though, straight up. Slow roll with LPT, but a solid gainer for me. So, is that Rave Song Records? Who was that dude? No. Yeah, I was like, I don't think he does alts like that. So someone had it in the group, but I was looking at it too last night. Dang, 42% fat gains. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours to make 42% gains in 6 hours. Anyway. Nothing is hard. Nothing is easy. You're either doing what is required at any moment or you're wasting time. Yeah, exactly. You just got to extrapolate the situation. I did the same with TRIAS, but I'm glad you got it out. I forget to post so much. Shaking my head because so many charts in the draft. Exactly. Crypto Wifer, no spamming the chart, please. Oh, no, Jamie. Look at BOBO. Like, this thing wants to get lit. Like, that thing looks hot right now. I would pay attention to that. It looks a lot like LPT did yesterday, and I held back. It makes me not want to hold back now, right? BOBO's been hot. It continues to pump. Lower cap gem there on MEXC. That thing could moon. All right. And look at the 1 hour right now. And these altcoins don't care about Bitcoin. Like, they just don't. Especially low cap gems like this. They don't care at all. Damn, that thing's got like 20 zeros. That's crazy. But look, I would watch BOBO on this 1 hour time frame consolidating nicely. Look, it's above the high volume node. It's above the point of control. It's tight in the moving averages. It's low in the stochastic. It's lack of bearish momentum. Falling volume with falling price. It's got everything that says it can make a move. Again, it's low cap. So it's high risk. All right. But people don't care about Bitcoin right now. Like, they just look like Bitcoin's dumping and none of us even care. KASBT is coming back above 16. KASBT, what a pump for KASBT we gave you yesterday. Man, the gains in the group have been insane, right? The gains in the group have been insane. I gave you Signali, Optimism, LPP. See, where's the KASBT flag? See, man, somehow we keep, I don't know how we miss out, guys. You know, I guess I'll have another meeting about it. I aim to have it so I don't have to say anything, but I guess it's just I'm gonna always have to go back. So look, like if you go KASBT here to my team, like the KASBT, I mean that was one of the biggest gains. And so you maybe put in the USDT because I always put in USDT to make it easier to find. But here, look, this KASBT flag, IN19, 1 hour's oversold. There's your before, right? And then where the heck is my after? Last night I put it out. Right there, you can use this. KASBT, bang, 22%. There's the before and after, like, and then maybe they're there. Look, boom, LBB, boom, boom, boom. I get it. It is 11 in the morning on a Saturday, and it pumped last night at 4, but it was like 5 in the afternoon. Anyway, that's all. And you guys will probably get to it. Anyway, so BOBO. My whole thing is I just have to keep thinking about it, and I wish I didn't, right? So I'm trying to remove that thought out of my head, but it seems like we're just not there yet. BOBO looks nice to me. Sam, if you buy Ishcoins like BOBO, how much do you spend on BOBO? I'd buy 500 to 1,000, and I'd be willing to lose the whole thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yep. Can you block blah blah blah? The lifers hustle through the bear market. Yeah. Joining the group this week, I lost count for how many times I made for 99. Joining the best group in the world right now and getting ready to be spammed with hidden gems and hidden and huge gains. God bless you, chat. Joining the group right now, and I lost count for how many times I made for the 99. Hey, God bless you, man. Thank you. And that's the thing, man. I gave away my knowledge for free to the world. All right? Over and over and over again. And I just kept giving it to the world, right? And people made gains with the knowledge until people realized that there was such good knowledge, they kept giving the gain. Like, it was just, look, 924. MAVIA, baby. MAVIA, baby. MAVIA. Oh, yeah, and look, you'll be like, what happened here? Well, I had 2 groups. So I have this, and you can group. You can right-click. You can create a group of drawings. You can hide that group of drawings, bring back the other group. And remember, we were watching this little flag here on that 1 minute, and we got busy on that flag. The world's waking up to MAVIA today, and they realize that it's just the hottest thing since sliced bread, and if they're not in it, they're going to hyperventilate, right? So the FOMO for MAVIA is just bigger than the fear for Bitcoin. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, man, and I can tell when things are about to break out based on TA. When the moving edges get very tight, a move is coming. A move is coming. All right? People, you must join the Livers group. Have the same name doesn't make you an you're right. I used to have fear of Bitcoin. Now I'm a bull. The game is awesome too. See. All right, let's look at dimension. You know why DYM's holding? Because it's giving like what 46%, and when people get in, right, they don't want to sell it off. However, it did lose this level. I didn't get into it because I wanted to see it hold that level. Right, lost the level, lost the 200 SMA too on the 1 hour. I'm pretty sure that's not my yeah. So that's. That's why I play consolidation. This one sideways, I would have been more apt to trade it. Now that it doesn't go sideways, now I just rethink this. I rethink the position. I relook at it now. I'm like, all right, well, you got this falling wedge. You're retesting a support. funky pattern, though, for sure, and not a lot of support here. And once people get the unlock and get their percentage, they might just, you know, this guy said, let me buy MAVIA now. Why would you buy it now? No. I don't know. You do whatever makes you happy. I can't. I'm not a financial advisor. Like I'm saying, dude, should be taken as financial advice. All right. That's possibly a double bottom right there, though, for DYM. A little risky for me, but the 1 hour does, you know, I'd wait for it to break above the 200 SMA or break back above 772, and then I would trade it up to 83. Like, there's better ways to take trades down, in my humble opinion, right? Joining the 99 was one of the best decisions I made in my life. It has changed me for the good in so many more ways than TA. Thank you for everything, Sam and Master Friend, man. God bless you, brother. God bless you. Have you looked at Helium Mobile? When it first came out, we knew about Helium Mobile, you know? Yeah. And it was like kind of hot for a second. I haven't looked at it in a long time. I remember they had the Helium Mobile. They were doing all sorts of fun stuff. All right. But I only got it on crypto.com. Oh, it has been pumping, though. Oh, but it got buried, and then it pumped a little bit. And again, everybody, total 3, everyone's worried about these alts. It's all about the 5-day 200 SMA. That's it. We lose it. No alt season for a while. We go back. We stay above it, alt season. And the stochastic suggests alt season is here. And so it suggests that we can't get that. What this says is, how can Bitcoin dump that hard? Because if Bitcoin dumps that hard, then we can't have, everything's going to dump. You know? So I don't know, man. To me, we close a 5-day candle below this yellow line, the 200 SMA. Alt season's canceled for a little while. We stay above this key level at 517. We keep above this, alt season stays on. And the Stokes tell me alt season's on. And that contradicts some of my idea for Bitcoin, but maybe Bitcoin just keeps getting sold off. You know, look at that. I mean, I don't see a move. I'm not bullish on Bitcoin. It didn't break back above resistance at 5115. It didn't break back above 51,300. It didn't show me like it had strength. If anything, it made a bear flag, and now it's dropping out of the flag to the downside, right? And you got overbought Stokes, and you're about to dump. Got a rising wedge, and this wants to continue. I see us going to the 1 hour 200 SMA. That's just likely where we're going. Like, once you lose the 30-minute 200 SMA, 90% of the time, you go to the 1 hour 200 SMA. If the 1 hour 200 SMA can catch a price, you know, can we stop right there at 50,000 and hold? There's a chance, but it's very likely we're going to drop further to the downside, in my humble opinion. All right. MAVIA will hit 100 easy. I wish I got in, really. Somos más que persona aquí. Alguien no oprimo el like. Oprímeme el like. No te vas a lastimar. You should deep dive LX1 now. L1 launching soon. L1X. And follow me on Twitter at CryptoLifer33. I'm telling you right now, you're going to get awesome information all the time. That'll blow your mind. All right. L1X, you said? OPSEC also looked hot last night. I just put little. I have no idea what this is. $9 million mark. No, 9,000 liquidity? Get out of here, man. We're more than here. Yeah. No, we got a lot of people here. People just play games on the like button. Big, right. Sam, what do you think about MX coin? It's like BNB coin. All right. Honestly, I'll tell you what. You just said, before I join, can you share your retention rate? I'll be honest. I joined a trading group. I didn't care the retention rate. I got what I got out of that trading group, and I went and I became a lifer, right? So stop worrying. I mean, and again, I understand why you would ask that, but in my humble opinion, like if you don't believe you can learn from me, then don't join my trading group, man. Like, hold up. I'm going to be real honest today. If you seriously don't believe that you can't learn from someone that shows up every single day for 1,000 days and dedicates themselves to what they love, then I can't help you, man. I can't help you. I can't help you, right? So you do the math, bro. Like, you figure it out, all right? And you come back to me with your assumption of what you think is going to happen when you join the trading group. I'm here every single day. We don't take days off. Like, I don't know what else to tell you, all right? This guy said he retained me for 2 years, this dude said. All right. Ask people, man. Don't ask me. Ask everyone else on the internet. Go run a report on the internet. See what people tell you about me. Amen to that. Yeah. It's like, I don't know what else I can do. Like, I've shown with my actions how consistency will change your life. Like, I don't know what else. You've seen me if you watch my channel, you've seen me make massive gains. Like, if you're in the trading group, you saw it. We made like freaking 15 grand yesterday alone in one day. 4 days ago, we were at this price and loving it. Just saying. I love that. Yep. I've been watching on the sidelines for 12 months. You've been on point. I just did my second month. Did you receive my super chat about PEPE? Somebody said. I did. I really didn't, yeah. I fraud my boss to do whatever I want, whenever I want. What more proof do you need? Yeah, right. Hey, Sam, look at MORRA tonight. It could do something similar to MAVIA in the future. MORRA games. Appreciate you giving us a new one, man. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. That's very nice of you. Let's see. We'll set some limits. It's very new, right? Who knows? I'd have to do my research on it. Is it up on CoinMarketCap yet? Everybody new coin. Everybody new coin. We do this this is how we make gains. This is how we found MAVIA. This is how we find the next thing. All right. So $4.6 million market cap. Brand new little coin, huh? Little gaming coin, huh? Little gamer, huh? You could 100x these little puppies, right? And again, super high risk. Just be careful. I'm not a financial advisor, right? Operation Phoenix, we went over that a long time ago, like 4 weeks ago. Empowering digital ownership. MORRA Games' decentralized ecosystem places a premium on authentic digital ownership. Through blockchain technology, we provide creators, collectors, and gamers with a transparent source. I get it. What isn't that NFTs? Like, and then they drew some cartoons. Alex Office, his last name is Office. I don't know if I can believe that. But I guess it is, right? They're in Dubai. They somewhat doxed, right? Do they really have a game yet? Ecosystem dynamic, it comprises several distinct segments, each offering a unique. Right now, they just say, this is what we do. We're kind of like, yeah. That's why when I go to somebody that actually has a use case, diverse world, one ecosystem, MORRA Games, unleashed. Step into augmented realities where the digital and physical worlds converge. Esports. Let's take a look at their X account. They have less than 20,000, 100,000, 40,000. Crypto Seth is in there, and Crypto Seth is, when he finds stuff, I like, see how I'm making connections already. Just, me and Crypto, I like what Crypto Seth, me and him have spoken in the past, and he doesn't always grab garbage. I've coincided, I'll look at his Twitter posts and some of the things he likes, I like too. I'm not saying everything he's getting, I'm in, but I'm just showing you, We've said it to do with Karnak Legacy, Clearing Cheap, Web3 Gaming, MORRA Games. So we got a new coin to research. MORRA Games. It's a penny. Taking off goodbye right now. We mentioned it before. Amazing gaming company. Right now, your board should be filled with gaming projects. This one must be a buy. MXC, no fees on Uniswap. Look for 5x over 6 weeks. Could definitely happen. MORRA Games. 894 for MAVIA, right? I want it back above that. Oh no, 930. Yeah. About to say. And look, I'm all cashed out. Like I've cashed myself out. Let's see if there's something I could sell for MORRA. Love is the strongest frequency. God bless you, man. What happens when Alex is not at the office? I know, right? That's what I was thinking. Thank you for the honest answer. Is just what I was expecting. Yeah. I don't even think about the quarterly withdrawal because I made good life from the family. You can make 100x off this. I'm not a financial advisor, though. This dude is really a tool. What a weirdo. Why are people so mean? So strange. Anyway, I am saying is there's a chance. All right, let me just disprove you again. You call me a tool, right? Watch this. You're a human being. Okay? You're watching a screen at your house, a computer. You're researching. It's connected to the whole world. New coins are coming every day. Some of these new coins that we find every day are going to 100x. Some of them are going to go to zero. I don't know which ones they are. Every day we find a new coin that has a $4 or $5 million market cap. What are the odds of that becoming the 100x or becoming the zero coin? We don't know. But we take a shot. You see what I'm saying? And so, I don't see how, I don't know, whatever. I'm not going to, anyway. God bless you, brother. I would never call you a tool, man. God bless you. I hope you're having a wonderful life. Sam is the most dedicated YouTuber in the world. If you can't find value in him, you cannot find value anywhere. Zencoin, my mom looking at it, zoomed out. My moon looking at it. You're funny. What's everyone's sentiment on Hex? Hex is okay. I think it's going to be there long term. I threw 500 in to show you that it will go, and I did sacrifice the pulse chain. So I believe in it longer term, over time. All right. No, the Plow ID does not get rejected. It's awesome. Yeah. When you say this could 100x, someone is going to go buy right away. Why? I'm not a financial advisor, and nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. And it could go to zero. So when I say it can go to zero, someone's going to buy it too then? I'm confused. So like if I say it's going to 100x, someone's going to buy it. But if I say it's going to go to zero, no one's going to buy it. So everyone's just going to do whatever I say. Come on, man. Let's get real. Like, so you're a pup, what you're telling me, right? Wow, LPT just went on in like, that's just crazy what it did. That's like, look at the 5-day candle. It's just insane. I saw it last night. I'm so sorry, everybody. I missed on that one. Can we look at SHIB? Plus, I requested yesterday too, please. I know, but I'm not a fan, you know? I don't want to waste my time. Why does it say BitShiba now, right there on MEXC? Do I have to do SHIB? Is it SHIB? I'm confused right now. All right, yeah, Shiba Inu. So look, I see SHIB making this ascending triangle. And all you want to do is make sure it continues on this trend. As long as it continues on this trend, it gets tight. I can see it breaking back out to about, I don't know, 017, 00017 from 9. That's about a double up, a little or under a double up. All right. All right. Anyone bullish on Arc Block? Yeah, it's a hot project. Anyone that doesn't see that he's trying to change people's lives for the better is blind. Shout out to Crypto Bear Baker, man. Altcoin season, you should be Shibu Moon. Remember, when you do great things, the devil will send people at you every day of your life. Where did Felicia go? I don't know. Where is she? Okay. Can we look at Shiba, please? I requested yesterday too, please. You did it again. I'm watching it, man. So that means you're either not paying attention. Now you're asking for the same thing. I'm showing you SHIB. I see SHIB holding this trend line, man, and eventually going up. 92% gains over time. Yeah. Look at that. No one really to sell it off and just slowly growing on an ecosystem. And it's got enough cult followers to believe in it. I own some SHIB because, you know, not because I honestly think it's kind of garbage. I saw it to be root, but I speculate on things. I hold things that I don't think are that great because I think everyone else will run into them, and then I just will sell when the hype gets crazy. One thing I don't like about SHIB right now is the 22 hours pointing down. You have a shoulder ahead and a right shoulder here, and you've hit resistance. Could SHIB go lower? It very well could be. Could, you know? So I see, look, a shoulder ahead, a right shoulder. I'd watch this 22-hour time frame and see the 22-hour reset. There's a chance SHIB keeps coming back down through this gap. I could see it even lower. So I wouldn't put all my eggs in SHIB, and I wouldn't bet on SHIB, and I wouldn't be one of those people that think SHIB is going to the moon. You have to remember, a bunch of people bought these coins, and then they got stuck in them. And now they make videos to try to get you to buy them so they can get out of them. You ever watch those channels that he makes I've watched some of these channels. They make a SHIB, the whole channel is Shiba Inu. Like, that's all they do. They make one SHIB video every single day, or one video about one coin every single day. It's kind of cult-like, right? It's kind of crazy, but I don't know. I like PEPE. Came up, came back down, bottom for sure. Look at this giant shoulder, head, and right shoulder. It's a giant inverted head and shoulder. You see it? I mean, it's pretty interesting. I didn't mean to make that line. Okay. Where's Bitcoin right now? Wow, back almost to 51K again. Playing games, man. I tell you, see, I didn't open up a long or a short for Bitcoin. I just kind of let it be. I'm trading these alts right now on the weekend. Weekend alts, man. Mog just keeps ripping. I know. Wish I got Mog instead of Mong. Hey, that end got me. But look, if we can get back above this level, SHIB, boom, you're going to continue. I do see a target up there at 1720 for Shiba Inu. And it did bounce off, look, this 786 Fibonacci retracement from this impulse back down. It's a very safe idea. And the 22 hours resetting. So here's the deal. Just, track, flag it out. If in the next 4 to 5 days you see this flag in sideways, then it's likely going to pump. If it comes back down, then you're looking for the double bottom. And if it breaks back inside this trend line, no good. Unlikely that it will do that. I very rarely see that. Once you break out of a long trend line like this and you break out, you're on your way for a bigger move eventually, even over time. I would watch a flag on the 22s, and I'd watch this kind of bend. But yeah, I'm more bullish than bearish because you broke above that resistance and you're above it now. Pretty good for SHIB, right? I could see SHIB making a move. How much is that move going to make? If it flags out, about 46% to the next resistance. All right. Oh, sorry, that's PEPE. I get it. I don't know why I did PEPE. Yeah. I already just did Shiba. I just did SHIB. And this is PEPE. Sorry. They're freaking memes, man. All right. You can see the word right here. Who cares what I say? Bro, keep it up, my brother. Appreciate you. I don't short. I love sales, and I buy the dumb. Amen. Yeah, we like JTO. We actually traded JTO when it first came out because, again, my indicator told me when it got onto the exchange. So I know about a lot of coins just when they hit exchanges. Look, that's an Adam and Eve that is starting to form. Looks like that's a beautiful area to buy JTO. And I see this thing bumping hard once Solana continues to get back on. It's going to be like the Aave for Solana. It's a big deal. I like it. I like the higher low. Something I definitely would consider putting in my portfolio long term, especially, after it came back 179, pumped to 280, and sitting at 211 right now. Now, it could go lower to go to 0. I'd wait for the stochastics to at least reset on maybe the 8 hour. Yeah, but I mean, it looks like an Adam and Eve right now that's beginning to form for JTO. All right. Possibly that's your bottom buy. Like that was definitely, for me, I believe that 148 was a bottom buy for JTO. Any thoughts on Jupe, my biggest alt accumulation? Wow, you get that hard on Jupe? I got a bag of Jupe, but not that much. I feel like it bottomed out here at about 45 into that wick at 43. I see it maybe not going any lower, but you never know. It's too early to really tell, honestly, on the charts. And it's just been making this elongated bull. People getting airdrop too, and they're selling it off for free. So you have to kind of take that into account. I see Jupe making this long kind of bull. Hey. I got that Jupe airdrop. Was surprised I managed to get it. Interesting. We already did OPUL. We already did Sol BTC. And we'll do coin, and then I'm going to jump out of here for the day. KASBTC kind of coming back up a little strong at 1620. These altcoins are kind of weary of Bitcoin. They're not like ready to dump so fast. People aren't just running to sell off their altcoins. They're kind of thinking, hey, wait. Why would I sell that off? Look at Pyth Oracle, where you can buy coin on Pyth Oracle. Pyth is going to be a big deal. I don't think people realize how big Pyth is. I had to get involved in Pyth and make sure I had a bag. So look, the last time I talked about Coinbase, I put this here saying we get to 181. I made this little flag. We didn't obviously fill the flag out when I talked about it. We actually just continued to rip. When Bitcoin ripped, coin would rip. I remember all coins rip too. It's not just Bitcoin. So I like this. You bottomed out here. Anyone that got in at 40 or 30 bucks, I mean, you've already made massive gains, quadrupled your money. 4x already, which is amazing in the stock market, right? So now what for coin? Well, delete it all. Look on the weekly. Pretty new coin, but look, the weekly's spent and about to go up again. And it made a beautiful support at 116. This is exposure to Bitcoin in the market, and look at the last week it had. Amazing, right? And that's like a cup and a handle with an extensive move, and the weekly's just getting started. So I would wait for this to kind of make a flag on the 4. I'd wait for this to do something like this flag here. It may pump again, or it may flag down like this. I'd pull a fib. And if I could get coin at 144 one more time, I mean, that would be an absolute steal. If you can come back down to 1815, but it looks like you may never get that pullback. This is hot. All right, you could tell. I mean, this is Coinbase stock. It's going to keep going up. It represents Bitcoin and crypto, man. And crypto's the hottest thing out here. So there you have it. If you have time, could you take a look at the link? Bitcoin small pump incoming. We found a new coin, MORRA Games. A lot of people seem to think is pretty hot. We'll do our deep dive. I'll have my team dive it. I'll look at it. We'll all kind of have we'll do our thing on it. Let's get back to that 1 minute for Bitcoin where we have our kind of structured cocoon here. So almost look shoulder, head, right shoulder, right? Bear City. That doesn't look good to me. And you're overbought on that looks like you're going to continue to dump. I'm telling you, 90% chance you're going to the daily 21 SMA. After that, we'll reconvene, but it's very likely that's what you're going to be doing. Seem to be making a bear flag here that wants to continue to the downside. I see a right shoulder. I do not see a mini pump for Bitcoin. No, I see the continuation dump. I see Bitcoin going to 50,200. And BOOKMAP also suggests the same story, right? All the liquidity is below us right now, all the way down at 50K. So it's suggesting that we do go lower. What's your opinion on TVK? I got into that coin 2 years ago. And then in the hack, I lost it in the 3 comma stuff. They drained me of it. I believe in the project. I like the guy that created it. Seems like a really smart dude. I like Terra Virtual Collect. It's cool. Yeah. I don't own any anymore, though. Yes, Deep Dive Mora. I put 100 into it. Kind of a gamble. Yeah, if I had 500, I was going to buy $500 worth of it. That's how a lot of the, when I got into BitTensor, that's how it was. I just saw a new coin and I bought it on the stream. Then I started researching it and found out what it really was. So, I speculate pretty fast with a small amount. And then if it's worth it, I then continue to grab, right? So, the story of the day is MAVIA. That's the coin of the day, I apologize. I was up until 3 a.m. to find it. I know it's hard to keep up with me if you're in my trading. You're like, damn, man, when does the guy sleep? The guy doesn't sleep. He outworks everyone ever met. He doesn't sleep. But I want to become a billionaire. I desire to make $1 billion in this life. And I know it's not going to be easy. To make $1 billion, I'm going to have to be really on myself. I can't get excited when I make a 10 mil. I can't get see someone that's running after money. See, this is the thing too. You think you're money hungry because you want $1 billion. It's really different. Someone that just is money hungry and going after money, they'll make 10 mil and they'll immediately buy a Lambo and show everyone all their money. But someone going after $1 billion will feel like they're broke when they hit their first 10 mil. They'll be like, dude, how do I? And they'll look for an emerging asset. They'll have meetings with venture capitalists and they'll be like, how could I put this 8 million and turn it into 80 and then live without my, how can I live off of 800 grand and turn this 9.2 mil into 90? You see? So the billionaire mentality really is someone that can live without, someone that can go without. It's really weird, but you're going for abundance. Strange, right? But to use the money, you can't have the money trapped up in excess expenses. You see? It just so by telling yourself you're going to be a billionaire means you're going to really cater towards the idea of wealth creation, not spending lavishly and becoming, you get it? All right. So, yeah. Here's the thing. Right now, in 2017, 2024, in the next 30 years, 40 years, someone that's not a billionaire is going to become one. I'd like to be one of the people that throws my hat in the ring. That's all. That's all. Few good alts: Pyth, ICP, ARB, TIA, AVAX, DYX, and Atom, etc. Amen. I love after generation love. I love article game, but I win anytime. Then I give someone sorry, but that's tax if I don't mind. I can't read stuff that's not written correctly, man. I love you though. I win anytime. Then I give someone sorry, bro. This tax if you don't mind. What the You know? What are you saying, man? Right. So look, there's MAVIA making that rising wedge. That's going to 1050 possibly today. Unbelievable. Is TRIAS kind of maintaining or is not as hot? See? It's all about being in the right coin on the right. See, I put 11 grand in TRIAS, 3 grand in MAVIA. I wish I'd, just hit the button differently last night. And they're toying with Bitcoin today. Look, and here's the deal. Whenever you're in chop and you're confused, just go by support and resistance. It's so simple. Bounce, 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 resistance. Do not long unless Bitcoin gets back above 51,300. Everything else is short city. You're in a short unless you can get back above 53.3, 51.3, in my personal opinion. You do whatever makes you happy, but to me, it's pretty simple. All right. I'll sell my house and buy Bitcoin. Nah. Right? Thank God for Crypto Live or 666 Flicks. We love you, man. All right, everyone. I got to jump out of here for the day. Got to take my family to lunch, hang out. My family needs me. They haven't seen me in days. I've been in the charts. I'll sell my house and move to Alaska. Funny. We're still holding, 50,980 here. 51,000 coming back up strong, but we got this liquidity below us. I would not long unless I got above 51,300 key resistance area. We don't get above that, we're getting held further down. All right. Thank you. A great stream as always. I have 3K. What should I do? I think you should invest in education and get yourself educated before asking random questions about what you should do. I mean, I guess get educated, man. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. Now, I didn't expect this to go from 10 to 12. I normally don't do this on a Saturday. I just did it out of nowhere. And our retention rate is crazy, something to be proud of. It's over 90% in the last 3 months. So the retention rate is very, very high. Thank you, Jamie. God bless you, team. I love you all. Thank you, everyone that helps me show up every single day. It is a team effort. I can't do it without Jamie, without Sean, without my whole team believing in me, my wife. There's no way I could do this every single day without a team of people, man. I'm telling you right now. I do not take credit. God somehow propels me to wake up every day. So I love you all. I appreciate you, and you mean the world to me. I do see this as a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. You do got to get it back above the 200 SMA to remain even somewhat bullish. You got to get back above the 15 200 SMA. You've lost some key areas, and you've lost some key 200 SMAs. Once you lose those, the trend has changed on the smaller time frame. We now have to respect that. If the trend can't get back above the 200 SMAs on the smaller time frames, the bigger time frames are going to start to absorb that trend. It's like a disease. It's very similar to a disease. The shorting disease starts on the 7, it floods to the 15, it spreads to the 30, it spreads to the 1 hour, and then it spreads down to the 4. And if the 4 hour loses, then we have to really take it seriously. Like, damn, this is a big, big dump. And bigger things are happening. All right? Thanks for everything, Sam. God bless you and yours. Amen. I like your drive, sir. Keep up the good spirit. Everyone, if you are the opportunity, then you are. I could have went to bed last night believing that my life was, but I believed everything was possible, and I saw MAVIA, and I took a shot. I take shots every day, everyone. I still take shots every single day, all right? You're never winning. You're always grinding. You're always trying to find your way, all right? Shout out to anyone that jumped into MAVIA. Shout out to anyone that just, understands the grind. And we appreciate you. We love you. And I'm out for the day. I'm going to say goodbye 100 times over, right? Wow, 934, baby. MAVIA doing damage. And we're watching that 7-minute flag, all right? Remember, it's all about getting into a flag on a smaller time frame. We don't chase candles. We don't chase 1 hour green candles. Don't just buy a green candle. We zoom into the 1, the 5, or the 7, and we look for a probability. Probability is based off the patterns. The patterns will give you a probability. Look where the moving averages are, and that will add to the probability. If the moving averages are close and tight, and the pattern says 90%, you have a 60%, you have a good chance. If the pattern's a 50-50 pattern and you're way from the moving averages, it's a little sketch. All right. I love you all. I appreciate you. And I'll see you all tonight at 8 p.m. Where's Bitcoin going to be when I come tonight? I'll make my little thing. Honestly, the way the market's looking, I say we're lower than we are right now. I wouldn't be surprised if we're somewhere here in this green box when I show up tonight. Let's hit shift. I show up tonight in 8 hours from now. So bang. 8 hours from now, we're in this green box. I feel like we are lower than we are. Again, the charts will convey. Don't go on this. In my trading group, I'm going to be giving an update probably at 2 or 3 o'clock that could completely defy this. I'm just having fun. I just want to make that clear when I make these fun little predictions. I put a green box, try to see if I can catch price in the green box when I come back on the live tonight at 8 p.m. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Go, MAVIA, go. Everyone, you know what the secret to success is? I got it. It's like amazing. I researched it for years and years and years, and I finally found out like I could. You know what the secret to success is? Do you know what it is? It's getting started.